I heard on Messi, I got a phone call. You had a late night.
Yeah, it was kick out anyway.
Oh, was it? Oh, you were still going then?
Yep.
After I finished footy.
What happened?
Oh, this is a very close friend of Gary.
Yeah.
And he had his funeral, so that was
yeah,
back
right.
to footy club.
Yeah. Well,
Good send off for it.
yeah. Yeah.
How's that? There we go. Yeah, on that one. Yep.
Testing, you can hear me.
Yeah.
Do that. Just bring it a bit closer to you, guys.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go again.
Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, keep going.
Fine day, actually should be loud and clear.
I can hear you.
I live with my wife.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't overly want to scale it or anything like that. Clear the air about what he thinks.
Loitering at our doorstep again. I thought I might try to win her back. I'm all out of confidence. I'm a little nervous about coming down. And every little heartbreak hurts a little more.
Welcome wherever you are to AFL Taz live stream on the NWFL. Round 13 fixture between the Latrobe Demons and the Circular League Saints in the NWFL Terry White Ken Senior Women's Competition. Beautiful day here at Latrobe. In overcast conditions where there is not a breath of air. Ground at either end looks in reasonable shape considering that they had a number of juniors on it during the week. Get the commentary of the NWFL president who joins me here is my co-commentator today about what went on during the middle of the week with regards to some of the fixtures that were played at the Latrobe Recreation Ground. Before we do that though, Latrobe Demons, they're currently sitting in 5th position on the NWFL Women's Senior Level after 10 games. They've won 2 of those. They've been in a number of games throughout the course of this year. Last year not winning a game, and this year they've actually done quite well under the tutelage of Emma Pittman, who has been a formidable recruit both from the coaching as well as a playing perspective for the Latrobe Demons. The Circular Head women had their first win last weekend at West Park on the road against now the bottom placed Bernie Dockers, who won the corresponding fixture in round 7 at the Circular Head home ground, Smithton Recreation ground at Smithton. So they're buoyed full of enthusiasm and they're looking forward to seeing what they can bring up against the 5th placed Latrobe Demons. Joining me in the commentary, as I mentioned before, is Gary Carpenter. So Gary, how's everything tracking in NWFL circles? And also, can you give us a bit of a rundown as to what happened in the middle of the ground throughout the course of the week?
Afternoon, Xavier, and afternoon, viewers, and it is a wonderful day here at Latrobe today. It's a lot better than what it was through the week, and I imagine there's no real fast seamers coming in from the eastern end out here on the cricket pitch at present, a bit of a mud. No, it's through the week. Had a magnificent day here of football on pond football against the NTJFA, which is a junior comp in the northern part of the state, and against our girls and boys from this end of the state, and it's been a competition now that's run a few years where our underage groups come together as a combined side and pit their capabilities and their skills against the Northerners. And the NWFL won the under-14s. Young Charlie Ling kicked a couple of goals and a couple of 3 boys there, and unfortunately we went down in the girls' space, on a really wet, terrible day in mud in conditions as far as that goes. Both the women's side done extremely well as far as defensive pressure on the opposition, but failed to kick enough goals to make an impact. The under-16 boys was a crack of a game. I got home in time and I watched a bit of that online. I didn't get up to the game. And they was well and truly in front and in control at half-time, but from then onwards the game changed a fair bit and the Northerners won that too. But it's a great display of the talented group that we have on the coast, and I will say that we don't put any players out of the coach talent side in this group. They're all straight out of the clubland, and the second string of players basically haven't been picked up in any talent squad. So it's a great outlet for them to show them their skills. It was a great day. Big crowd.
Glad to hear that it was a big crowd as we get underway with the ball up. And it is between Mackenzie Tyrrell, who now has got the ball in her hand. She handballs it to her teammates, not going anywhere, wrapped up in a tackle. We're going to do it again, and she's up against Annalise Hersey for the circular head Saints. Saints are kicking to the left-hand side of your screen. And as the ball goes right into the middle, not going far at the moment, it's been moved along there by Zoe Johnston. And they're going to be a sight by the end of the game if the ball gets stuck in there, Gary.
Yes, it's black jumpers, black mud. They'll all be black at the end of the day.
Well, so's the ball at the moment. It was yellow. It's now come out. It's a quarter half forward for the Demons. And it's passed back to Pittman. Pittman steps 1, steps 2. Goes inside forward 50 now, in towards the pocket. The target there looks like it might be Jeffrey or Hayes. Ball goes across the line. Hayes it was. And we will get a boundary throw in. We have played around about a minute into the first term.
It's going to be tough going for these girls if they won't play through the centre today, Xavier. They'll have to come out wide and miss that cricket pitch in there. It's really sticky.
Yeah, it certainly is. It'll be interesting to see what they do in and around the outside of the square. Ball still not going anywhere. Hersey didn't quite get it. The ball gets pumped out towards Pittman. She's wrapped up in a tackle. Good one there by Smith. Not rewarded. Great tackle being applied there by Van Utigen for the Latrobe Demons on Smith. But according to the umpire, is when she dumped her. So she gets the free kick to Smith. Comes down the wing, grandstand side, standing in the way, not quite taking. Yes, she's been claiming she's claiming the mark. The umpire's caught up.
Yep.
And that was Jamie Bryant.
This should be a good game, Xavier, because Smithton won last week.
Yeah, they were pretty buoyant. They had the music cranking in the change rooms beforehand, and then they were dancing as they came out. So I'm assuming that they're looking forward to maybe 2 trips away, 2 wins, and great stays at the Rocky Cape Tavern on the way back.
Getting into the routine early in their career as footballers.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if they pointed the berry either. There's Jago, applies the tackle on Enright. Umpire says no. I will have it, and we'll do it all again. In the other fixture that just preceded this, we saw Latrobe defeat East Devonport quite comprehensively. Ball comes down to Simpson. She's wrapped up in a tackle, loses possession. In fact, that was Jeffrey. And the free kick will go to the Saints. They bring it back again, grandstand side of the ground. It went to Howard. Howard's kick didn't quite hit the target. Target there for Smithton was Sayward. Latrobe win the football though. Come back by Van Utigen. She wrapped up in another tackle. Sayward then applying that.
Circular had holding this ball in there and just sort of they've got to break three of these tackles in this situation. Stoppages are away now.
And Enright gets it on the fly from the tap down. They're inside forward 50 at the moment. The Demons are under pressure. The Saints, but Howard up to the task and she hands the ball back to the umpire. We'll get a ball up just outside the 10 metre square. Latrobe forward 50. Ball great, tap down. No one able to take clean possession. Some sort of kick moving forward. There's a handball. That was applied there by Sophie Edwards. It's out towards the 50 now. There's Jago. Instrumental last week for the Saints. She kicks it out wide. Far side of the ground, but getting back is Tyrrell for the Latrobe Demons. Great tackle being applied there from circular head. And they're going to be rewarded with the free kick, and that's hurt Tyrrell too. The tackle was then applied by Waterhouse. They bring the ball back in to Jago. Jago goes up towards half forward. No mark. Ball comes to ground. That might have been, it wasn't Smith. In fact, I think it might have been Willie. Ball comes to ground. Latrobe are able to repel back towards their half forward. No one able to take the ball cleanly. Another handball. This one by Sutcliffe. Gets it further forward. Doesn't look like it's going to be cleared. Handball. Lands in the hands of Pittman. Pittman's inside forward 50. Could have dived the forward. Chose not to do so. That being Hayes. She tries to follow up. Oh, she's been taken without the football. The umpire says belatedly, quite late, and it's a free kick, and she's pointed in the wrong direction. In fact, it's going to circle ahead. Gary, explain that one, please.
That was the second effort there, and it was over the shoulder, and it sort of upset Summer Jeffrey a little bit. She wasn't too happy with that, but the umpire missed the first one.
Kick out wide by circular head. They try to share it. It's now in the hands of Smith. The handball came from Sayward up towards half forward. No one home. Good defensive effort there by Latrobe Demons. Ball knocked out of her hands. That being Ashley Knott, the vice-captain, going across the boundary line. Ooh. How's that a lasso free kick?
He had come off the boot. Last ball out, it was kicked out.
Oh, was it? I thought it was punched out.
No, kicked out off the boot.
Poke back into the side. Captain gives it to Pittman, gets it back off, steps in between two would-be tacklers for the Saints and hits the target up forward. And this person's providing a good platform for the Demons up front. That's Hayes.
50-metre penalty. I didn't see what that was for.
Neither did I. Maybe it was for words.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnson may have given that away, so the free kick will be taken at the top of the square, and that will be by Matilda Hayes. So she's been prominent early. Let's see whether she can get herself onto the scoreboard.
And again, Xavier, shows you how critical sort of these 50-metre penalties are. If you give them away, the Circular Saints have done pretty well defensively. They've got it to the centre wing and then turn over, and then 50-metre penalty, it should be a definite goal.
Hayes probes, converts, and that's her first for the game. And Latrobe Demons get on the scoreboard at around about, I'd say it'd be about the 7-minute mark of the first term, and they are 1 straight 6 on the Terry White Chemist scoreboard. Circular Saints yet to score.
So whatever happened out there, the 50-metre penalty basically give Latrobe the first score of the game, and in the women's space in football, that is nearly worth a quarter victory the way the scores are of recent.
Indeed it is. Is that Hayes that's coming off? It isn't.
No, Summer Jeffrey coming off.
Coming off at the moment. There's Van Unigem, wrapped up in the tackle by Johnston. Pittman held up in the tackle, will go for the ball up again. Tyrrell beaten to it by Hersey. Hersey was up against Clark last week. Great tackle by Smith. Oh, and that's a dumping tackle according to the umpire. So Pittman will receive the free kick.
Been prominent early, Pittman.
She has. Target being Jago, Montana that is. Unfortunately unable to take it cleanly. Finally gets her hands on it. Throws it onto the boot. Just goes straight up and down. Getting first there was Howard for the Saints. Collected the Demons' opponent. Ball's going nowhere. And we're going to get another ball up. Centre forward for Latrobe Demons. Tapped down by Tyrrell. Sutcliffe running onto it. That's a good looking kick. It's into the goal square. Will it run on? Not quite sure. It comes to Hayes. Hayes gets the boot to it. That's a second within a minute. Luck's a fortune. But that was good play by Tyrrell to Sutcliffe there, Gary.
Yeah, it was. Tyrrell out of the ruck there and kicked the ball along, made some distance with the ball, got it into that dangerous spot in the 10-yard square. Could have been pushed through by the Smithton fullback, but stood up. Hayes just off the ground and beat her out. Easy goal.
Certainly was. And they're continuing their winning ways, as I mentioned before. Latrobe versus East Devonport in the game preceding this in the Development League. 25-18, 168. East Devonport did not score. Also large scores out at Penguin against the Burnie Dockers. We'll get to them very shortly. That game's been at 1 and done. Sutcliffe from Tyrrell knocks it forward. Pittman comes in first, holds a position, steady over the football, and then in the mud she's able to get the boot to ball. Doesn't go far. She gets it back, feeds it to Tyrrell. Tyrrell decides to go one way, then steps inside the other. Wrapped up in the tackle. Good pressure there by Watling coming forward. Defensive effort by the Saints. It's gone nowhere so far. They feed it back. I think this is to Pope. Pope tries to get it to Van Unigem. About to go into the glue pot. No, she evades that, goes the opposite direction, throws it onto that left boot. Good kick inside forward 50. Watling drops the mark. Ball comes out by Lahant from Latrobe. Hers is wrapped up in the tackle. According to the umpire that's holding the football. In fact, it wasn't Hersey, it was Abby Brown. So, receiving the free kick will be Billy Gale for the Latrobe Demons. Been asked to come around, so she's straight in front. Might be just beyond her distance, Gary.
It could be. It's a fair... She's still 30-plus metres out there. Yeah, it's going to be a good kick. The ball's got a bit of that black mud on it.
Oh, it's not a bad looking effort.
put it
It
up
might
there.
just get there. And it's just touched, so it is a rush behind.
So it shows what sort of the data is. There's no breeze, no nothing, and the ball's dry. It's easy to handle with the mud on it, and that was a good shot at goal. It was on line.
As he gives the ball back to Jago, so Jago will take the kick in.
Got to find an avenue out of here, Xavier.
Touches the ball on the ground. She could have run another 10 or 15, 20 metres. Decides to kick it. Comes up towards.
handball.
Yeah, it was. That was Arnold. Arnold's able to get it forward. Then standing in the way again of the Demon defence.
Poke looking for the handball there. Well done.
Yeah, receives it. Steps inside. Runs a lot of distance. Then throws it onto the boot. There's Hayes again. Wheels around onto the right boot, goes right across the face of goal, end over end, and in fact it will be a boundary throw-in, so a reasonable result considering it wasn't a great purchase on the football with the kick.
It was good from Poke off half-back, taking that handball on and running a full distance of 15 metres plus and transition that ball right to the forward line.
Indeed. They try to feed it out now, the Saints, so they're going to get their boot to ball. They're under pressure, this time by Pittman. She feeds it back. Look like Poke, it's not. There's Poke. Getting back now, the circular head defence. They give us right up to Hayes, and Hayes duly converts. That's her third.
Oh.
And she's having a great little quarter. Is Matilda Hayes, the number 5 for the Latrobe Demons, and they are 3-1. And circular head Saints, as buoyant as they were earlier on in the piece, Gary.
Yes, she's right in the game. Matilda is at present. Gee, she's a big presence. She's a good cut of a girl, 6 foot probably by the look of her, and absolutely playing the ball. Clean hands, picks it up,
Yep.
and knows exactly where the goals is, and she's putting them through. Well done.
19 plays, no score at the moment, and suggests that their lips might have dropped just a little bit for the circular head Saints. Super buoyant as they came out onto the field.
Yeah, it'd be disappointing this first 3 goals, and Latrobe have had all the play basically.
Straight up, straight down, ball going nowhere. This time it's taken by Magnus Lowe, and she's going to. It was a Pope that receives the free kick. Well, I think she just took it, to be honest with you. I think it was Magnus Lowe's. So Pope kicks it towards Pittman, working hard, beaten to it by Jago this time. The ball's then fed out by Hand. Good work there by Smith. Unable to take it. Running in the opposite direction was Bryant. That was good footy by the Demon. She tries to pick it up again, taken around the shoulder. The umpire's fallen over in the mud patch, and she agrees with what I saw. And Bryant will receive the free kick. Was it there, Gary?
Yeah, I had my eyes off it. I was looking at the umpire falling over in the mud patch, actually, Xavier.
No mark off the hand. So Magnus Lowe kicks inside forward 50. Tyrrell's running forward. Will she get a boot to it? She does. Goes the opposite side of the goalpost.
She's in hot form up there in this quarter and really wanting that football, and she's hunting hard to get it. And that was all but another goal to her.
Yeah, so Tyrrell just moved forward out of the ruck. Magnus Lowe gone into the ruck. The two ruckmen trying to combine there. So I'll be pretty happy with what's going on. The coaching fraternity for the Latrobe Demons and the Terry White Kenmart NWFL round 13 fixture here from Latrobe Recreation Ground on the Terry White scoreboard. It is 20 plays 0 in favour of the Demons. Mark taken on the kick in by the Demons. It's now in the hands of their coach Pittman. She goes forward. Oh, free player, doesn't take the mark, butters back up.
Hayes.
That's Hayes again. That's 4. Can you believe it?
I think the circle head coach has got to look to find a player to put on Hayes and go one-on-one and try and shut her down, because she's winning the game off her own boot and nearly put the game beyond doubt, and we're not to quarter time.
So it's a low scoring affair in the Devils today. Went down by 14 points against Williamstown, the VFLW. And I don't think it's going to be a low scoring affair here, because they are 4-2-26 Latrobe Demons.
Dominating in the centre.
They are indeed. And we have still got another 4 minutes approximately to go into the first term. So, ball back into the middle. Up this time, it was McLaren versus Magnus Lowe. Ball goes nowhere. Latrobe have got it, wrapped up in the tackle, and we will go again. And Ben Harvey.
Well done.
Down to Van Newtigen. Gets onto a favoured left boot. No one able to take the mark. It's in the glue pot. They try to feed it out to Latrobe through Jago. It's going nowhere. We'll lose the ball in a minute, Gary.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of hot water and the body wash to get this mud off later on, I reckon. That's it.
Preservine. The old soap. Look out towards Leslie Vale.
Nearly have to need solvent, I reckon. Back in the old days, you'd have to scrub it off.
Indeed. Oh, good tap. This time, I think that might have been by Arnold. And trying to knock it forward. It's going nowhere. There's Harvey over the top.
Need a ball up.
Yeah, going again. So McLaren this time will go into the ruck. Up against Magnus Lowe. And the free kick has been given to
McLaren, he's pointing, which,
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, must have been arm over the shoulder, holding the arm, I reckon, when they get too close together.
Johnston could go. Smith does for the Saints. Unable to take it. Is that a free kick into the back? I think it is. Receiving a free kick will be at the end, right. Waste no time. Hands it off. Then into Pope. Splits. The Saints tacklers. Goes through. The Hayes being the target. Why not? She's kicked 4 goals in this first term, and unable to take it cleanly. Wrapped up in the tackle. We'll have a ball up and inside the forward 50 for Latrobe Demons. Yet again, tap there by Tyrrell. Down. Here comes
good
Jago. Wrapped up in the tackle. She loses possession. She had an opportunity, and the free kick will go to Brittany Arnold for the Circular Head Saints. Doesn't have many options.
No, just trying to find a way out here. Circular have got to come to the ball or create or go to open space. See who's got the legs.
Again, she could have ran and carried the football. She chose not to do so. I mean, she's a good explainer to the kick. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. And they've got it up towards centre wing on the far side. Jago working hard. Not going for the football with Sayward. She just stood up, thinking maybe Jago might have come through and taken it again because she had a face heading towards the goals. Unfortunately, a bit of confusion in the lack of communication there.
Probably when you're coming out of defence like Smith and need to be at the moment, they need to back themselves and try and run that 15 metres as much as possible. Take that space, take that area out and get it further out.
Looks like someone's been hurt. We've got players going up towards... Is that the siren? It is. And it looks like the Circular Saint over the far side of the ground that's in a bit of distress. I noticed that's Brittany Arnold that went across to see whether she was all right. They've picked her up. Ooh, she might have her shoulder. Her right shoulder's not great. So we'll see at quarter time. I thought it might have been Hersey, but it's not. Hersey's just coming from the interchange now. At a quarter time, Gary, it is 4-2. The Latrobe Demons leading the Circular Head Saints yet to score. 26 points being the difference. Or the goal scorer, only goal scorer, Matilda Hayes. She's got 4.
Yeah, incredible effort by Matilda up there, and absolutely was a dominant forward. Just incredible to see any player at any level at present in the NWFL to kick 4 goals in the first quarter, whether it's men, women or boys. And an incredible display of wanting to win the footy and then knowing exactly what to do with. But they've had outstanding players in Tyrrell and, as I said, in Hayes. Poke running off that half-back line, Latrobe, and even Pittman the first 10 or 15 minutes, Xavier was basically a ball magnet.
Certainly was. And Latrobe have got great control of what's going on here at the Latrobe Recreation Ground, the round 13 fixture between the Circular Head Saints and Latrobe Demons, hosted by Latrobe. We just around the ground, as I mentioned before, at Penguin, earlier game today, 19-15, 129. The Penguin 2 Blues defeated the Burnie Dockers, who did not score, and that was the second place versus the 7th place team. And you will now see, I would imagine, that the Penguin senior women move to the top of the table with that convincing margin differential.
I don't know whether they'll pick up. They're about 100% behind on Wynyard. They'll go level on points with Wynyard, and it depends where that percentage lies, whether they get top of the table or still remain second.
Well, we'll catch that up towards the back end of this week, and hopefully we'll be able to let you know maybe by the end of today, but we'll see what happens. We're going to take a break here from the round 13 fixture from Latrobe Recreation Ground. You're watching Latrobe Demons versus Circular Head Saints in the NWFL. Terry White, Chem-Mart Chemist, Senior Women's Competition. Gives it to Pittman, gets it back off, steps in between two would-be tacklers for the Saints and hits the target up forward. And this person's...
And then turn over, and then 50-metre penalty. It should be a definite goal.
Hayes probes, converts, and that's her first for the game. And Latrobe Demons' opponent, ball's going nowhere, and we're going to get another ball up. It's an half forward for Latrobe Demons. Tapped down by Tyrrell, Sutcliffe running onto it. That's a good looking kick. It's into the goal square. Will it run on? Not quite sure. It comes to Hayes. Hayes gets the boot to it. That's a second within a minute. Luck's a fortune. Ball comes out. Viola hit from Latrobe. Hers is wrapped up in the tackle. According to the
black mud on it.
Oh, it's not a bad looking effort. It might just get there. And it's just touched, so it is a rush behind. Side forward 50. Tyrrell's running forward. Will she get a boot to it? She does. Goes the opposite side of the goalpost. 20 plays nil in favour of the Demons. Mark taken on the kick in by the Demons. It's now in the hands of their coach. She goes forward. Oh, free player. Doesn't take the mark. Butters back up.
Hayes.
That's Hayes again. That's 4. Can you believe it?
I think the circle head coach has got to look to find.
Ground running so hard, whittle my soul. Try to keep my hopes up, but they keep falling down. And every new heartbreak hurts a little more than the last time around. I made a lot of half-hearted mistakes, but I worked so hard on this one. Gave her my everything. Was a losing battle, so I'm laying down. And every new heartbreak hurts a little more. Every new heartbreak hurts a little more than the last time around. Now let her go, oh Lord, just let it be the last time around, please. Now let her go, oh Lord, this might be the last time around. The last time around. Last time around for me.
Welcome back to the second quarter of the round 13 fixture of the NWFL Senior Women's Competition between Latrobe Demons hosting the Circular Head Saints from Latrobe Recreation Ground. Brought to you by Terry White Chem-Mart. Ball's in the hands of Pittman. She's wrapped up in a tackle. Good tackle. I think that was a block by Hersey. Yeah, running from behind.
She's been a pretty good player, Hersey. She's really working hard and unfortunately doing a lot of chasing and a lot of tackling, and should be the other way. Should be getting the ball first, but not been able to at present.
Well, she's playing above her size. Tyrrell takes, that's her opposite number, taking the mark from her kick. Now Hersey picks the ball back up from Tyrrell's. And her kick goes forward. Jumping in was Bryant, unable to take the mark.
Lost you. It's coming up to centre wing in front of the grandstand here. And a good tackle again by Smithton player. Will be a ball up.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
Van Newgeden picked that up beautifully off the ground, but couldn't get away from the circular head player, which I didn't pick up.
Terrell wins it from Hersey this time, down to Pittman. Pittman gets it out, but it only gives it to Johnston. Johnston runs away. Good smother being applied there by Poke. Coming forward, providing the pressure for the Demons across half back. Kicked though by the Saints, comes towards the wing that they were looking for. Unfortunately not able to find Piper Wickham. It's taken away by Latrobe. Good kick then applied by Bryant, finding the target. Target being Jeffrey. Jeffrey wasting no time, wheels onto that left boot. Kicks in towards the 50. Unable to take the mark. That might have been not. She follows up with the tackle. In fact, it was Whitwer, former Devonport full forward.
Yep.
And she's got the free kick. Kicks inside, looking for Hayes. Why not? She's now got her hands on the pill. Knocks it forward. She's got 4 to her name. Ball being kicked out. And off the ground there by Latrobe. They feed it back to Pittman from just outside the 50s. She finds Jeffrey. Jeffrey can play on. She chooses to do so. Kicks over the top. Finds the target. Full forward in Whitwer. And I'll put my house on this one, Gary.
I reckon you would, because that was good play from the girls from the Latrobe. Found the open players out in space and used them. Wasn't selfish. Started with Pittman to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey to Whitmer. And actually using the teamwork philosophy of football.
Don't let me down, Taylor. Oh, that
Straight
looks
through the middle.
Yeah, that looks good. And look, she looks strong up forward, and that's her first, and that's the 5th for the Latrobe Demons. They go to 3-2-32. 5-2-32. And the Circular Head Saints yet to score.
They're working hard, Circular Head, but he hasn't got a lot up his sleeve to move. Ox, the coach, and we just need to be able to break even now, Smithton, with every player you're playing on. You've got to start all in possession and not just chasing the backsides of them.
Looks like it's Sayward that was come back on. She's just had her shoulder taped up, so she might be back on shortly. She's made her way onto the interchange. She seems okay. Strong there by Tyrrell. Jago tries to feed it back out by hand. Well done by Van Unigen. Steps into the glue, then steps onto a favoured left boot back towards Whitwer. Arnold. They feed it out over to Pittman. Pittman running shot on goal. The bounce.
Other side.
The other side. So Pittman gets the behind first for the second term. So they move to 5-4-34.
Going really well, Latrobe. Absolutely sharing the ball around. First to the footy, clean hands, picking it up, whipping it out. It was a good effort by Pittman. That was out 40 plus metres, but on the wrong side of the post.
Circular Head come grandstand side. Stepping back into the pack. Showing courage was Jeffrey. Takes the mark, kicks it back inside. It's not to the advantage of her teammates. Hayes has worked well. She's now got the ball. Unfortunately, she's over the top of it. She knocks it out. Jago, great tackle. Throws the Latrobe Demon off the football. Comes towards Gale. Gets a boot to ball. It's going nowhere. Well done by the Saints. Arnold's able to get a boot to ball and just relieves a little bit of pressure. Outside the forward 50 for the Demons was Tyrrell. She feeds the footy back in. Is that in the hands of Pittman? I think it is.
Yep.
Pittman, standing start. Kicks to about 15 metres out. No one able to take the mark at the back is Van Unigen. She's on a favoured left side. Unable to take the football. There's Arnold. Strong in the tackle. Gets a boot to ball. Running onto the football though. Looks like Enright. Kick goes end over end. She puts her hands up to her face. She's disgusted with what she put out there. Then Van Unigen. Unable to get it. Jago, Smith, Jago again. Well done by Alana Jago. Hits it towards the glue pot. Will it get through? Girls are finding it hard to get any traction. Going up and down. Ball comes out of there. They knock it forward to the Saints.
Come on, clean hands.
Unfortunately, overrunning the football was Bryant. The Saints have now got it out towards Watling. Still towards half forward. She's bumped off the football by Poke. Let the Poke take on the defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Runs her a lot of measure, then kicks the ball back. There's Hersey, good courage. Coming forward was Gale, ball off the ground. Let's see what happens here. Jago overruns the football, applies the Shepherd. Goes to French, then it comes back out towards Van Unigen. She's got a rocket. Right behind her, and away she goes, inside forward 50. She's kicking towards Hayes, unable to take it. There's Tyrrell now, down up forward. They try to knock it back, unable to get it cleanly with the Demons, and Hersey relieves up towards the centre of the ground. Jago, good positioning. Yeah, just held her feet, knocked the ball forward. That's just smart by Alana Jago. She's integral to what the Saints are going to be able to produce here today. She knocks the ball inside forward 50. Who's back there? Latrobe defence, now in the hands of Bryant. Bryant tries to feed it back. They're under some pressure here. Let's see what the Saints can do. Comes back towards Bryant. Goes across the boundary line, surely.
Yep.
That's a Lasso free kick all done by the young man. The free kick will go to the Saints. It'll be in the hands of Jago.
Circle Head got some wins there in Jago, and I'm not sure who's playing on Hayes back there. Xavier might be able to pick it up for me in a moment, because that's changed the complexity of this quarter. It's been down there for Hayes, hasn't touched the ball as much yet.
I think it's Arnold. Kick by Jago. Inside forward 50. Hugs the boundary line. And we will get a boundary throw in and target.
So if the Saints can build on these little wins that they're getting up and down the ground, they will score here before too long.
Target there was Waterhouse. Ball back in. Waterhouse wrapped up in the tackle. It's going nowhere. I'm going to do it all again this time, just with the ball up. Sayward looking to come back on. Zara Sayward just checking her shoulder. Instructions being given to the runner by the coach. Looks like she's going to be going forward. No one's getting the ball out. Finally comes towards Smith. Good pressure applied. Great smother by Bryant. Pittman. Jago. Will it come off her boot? Off her hands? Off her hands, off her boot. And we're going to get a boundary throw in. Good pressure applied by Hersey. So we're jumping up and down. Looking forward to getting back on.
There's a lot of talk out there. You can hear a lot of voice.
Tyrrell tries to knock it back. Pittman. Wrapped up in a tackle by Johnston. Going nowhere. Do it all again.
So what are we in the 9-minute mark? And I would say that Latrobe have done really well this quarter. I'm not Latrobe, sorry, Xavier. Smithton's done really well this quarter.
Jeffrey to Pittman by hand. She has a bounce inside forward 50. Puts it to the advantage of Hayes. She's got an open goal square. She's under a lot of pressure. Unable to get there, and it's knocked through for a rush behind. That was well done by the Saints. I think that might have been Sophie Edwards back there.
It was well done by Sophie. Absolutely was a metre behind and got past Hayes and pushed it through.
In fact, my apologies, it was Abby Brown. Brown.
So it looks like she's got the job of landing on Hayes and absolutely won that contest.
Arnold comes out of the goal square, kicks the ball towards the 50-metre arc. Jago gets it off the pack. She's been held without possession. Doesn't receive the football. Latrobe Demon down. Looks a bit worse for wear. Is that Whitworth? Could be. Smith picks it up. Driven into the ground. Umpire says, I'll have it. And we will have a ball up centre wing position. Grandstand side of the ground. 35 plays yet to score. Advantage of the Latrobe Demons. Looking to the left of screen. In the hands of Pittman. She kicks inside forward 50. There's Whitworth. Knocks it down. Pittman follows back up. Whitworth now knocks the ball forward. Hayes unable to take it cleanly. Pittman does. She feeds it back. Girls get it out. Now that's a kick across the face. And I think that might have been out of bounds on the full by Whitworth. And we will have a free kick to the Circular Head Saints. It'll be going to Arnold.
You've done the right thing there, Whitworth. Summer Jeffries was in the square on her own and just couldn't bring that ball back far enough to reach her.
So Arnold, what will she do? She decides to go in front of the goal face. So she plays on. She's looking for finding Edwards. Edwards' kick. Up towards half forward. Mark taken there by Jago. So Montana Jago takes it there. She's got the... she's literally a fiery redhead, Gary.
Yes, got the tattoos down the leg. Good kick in the centre half forward there.
Yeah, Johnston over to take it. Or Brown. No, that's Edwards actually. Edwards follows back up. Oh, loses it. Good pressure being applied there by Bissett. Back towards Edwards. Edwards' kick smothered. Coming through, that was Hayes. Hersey applying the tackle. They knock it forward, this time by Johnston. They come back from Enright to Tyrrell. Tyrrell inside towards the top of the goal square. No one able to take the mark. Hayes wrapped up in a tackle. It's going nowhere. We're going to have a ball up.
It's been really good pressure from the Cirque-led Saints here defensive-wise. They've just got to work the ball, pick it up, be clean, and probably play a little bit wider so they don't come through the centre of the ground, I think, at the moment. The free kick.
Yeah. Incorrect disposal by Jago. No. Yes?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a ball. No, it's a free kick.
Wow.
A little bit confusing there by the umpire. And that goes to Ashley and Bissett. So Bissett, the outside of range. Here comes Pope running past. She's on the fly, takes on Jago, steps inside, feeds it out by hand, looking for Bryant. What will she do? Jumps on the left boot. No one home. Smith there for the Saints. Ooh, thought she was dragged down. We're not in possession by Jago. They kick back in. Mark, no one able to take it. Good attempt though by Latrobe Demons. Wrapped up in a tackle. Last one to get up was that Van Unigen? I think it might have been. And she was the one that was a part of that marking contest. 5-5 players yet to score on the Terry White Kinmart scoreboard. Advantage to the Demons. King to the left of screen. Ball's gone nowhere from that ball up, and we'll repeat the dosage yet again.
Yeah, Circular have done real well and probably shutting some of the key Latrobe players down. But again, you've got to be able to kick goals to win, and we just can't get it past that centre half forward zone or past the centre zone. Free kick to Latrobe here.
Yeah, not sure what for.
Isn't Ellie Pope wonderful to watch when she wants to run past and receive the handball with Xavier? She wants to set the game alight, absolutely take the game on, which is great to see.
She's been a great inclusion this year, coming from Wynyard, premiership player. Billy Garb with the kick. Has drawn it just way too far, and it's out of bounds on the full, so that's their second out of bounds on the full today.
You know, and probably here's where Circular could go to the scoreboard side, take the game on if someone went, plenty of open space.
Arnold. Smith unable to take the mark from the kick in. Tyrrell applies the tackle. It's going nowhere. That's on McLaren. So McLaren and Tyrrell. No, it won't be. It'll be Johnston. No, Hersey goes up against Tyrrell. Pittman fed it out to Bryant. Bryant fed it to one of her teammates, gets it back. That was Izo, famous name in a red and black jumper. There's Hayes. Look at that, just turning a player inside out. That's a ripping goal, Gary, and that's her fifth for the game.
That is a really good goal, Matilda, because you picked that up off the fly, coming out, a loose ball coming out, held your feet, nearly fell over, held your feet, and again from 25 metres out, straight through the middle. When she's got the ball, she's on top. That's the first probably real chance this quarter to score, and she made the most of it again. She is a dominant forward, Matilda Hayes.
Certainly is with 5 to a name. She's just cementing her position up front. There's no doubt about that.
Put her in the Saints side, it might be a different story, wouldn't it?
Could be, absolutely. Mind you, they've got to get it there.
Yeah, they've got to get it there first. I know that exactly.
They haven't quite been able to accomplish that so far today. Hersey knocks it out of the hands of Magnus Lowe. And then knocks it between her legs. There's Smith. Kicks inside forward 50. Good mark. That was Navarre. So Sky. Let's see what she does. Kicks another third, 25 to 30 metres, back towards where Smith had made herself available. Same with Howard. Ball's been knocked clear by the Demons, and again by hand. They've got it back towards the centre of the ground. Off the ground this time by Van Unigen. Going down, that was Gale. Picking it up was Howard. She kicks it wide. Who's going to be first there? Will it be Wickham for the Saints? She's able to get the boot to ball on the ground. There's Pope though, cleaning up. Releases by hand, gives it to Pittman, and then continues to run. Just Pope, and she continues to get to that next contest.
Look at her go down the wing.
Yeah, there's Whitwer. Pope's still going. Will she get the ball from Whitwer?
Yep.
Yes, she does.
It's incredible, Ellie.
Inside forward 50 now. She's got a target. Further forward, it's Magnus Lowe. But standing in the way is Alana Jago, possibly the Saints' best player today, Gary.
Yes, why, no doubt Alana's unbelievable. But if Ellie would have found that Latrobe player in the forward line, that would have been the player of the week, I reckon.
Yeah, it would have been close, no doubt
She's
about
covered
that.
150 metres and still got the ball on the end.
Great running pattern there by Ellie Poke. Coming back after serving a suspension. Kick inside forward 50 this time. Looks like that Hersey will allow that to go through. And not sure whose boot that came off.
I'm not sure, Xavier. There's plenty of time here. There's no need to rush when Circular bring this ball in. Take your time. There's only a minute or so to go, so be careful where you put the ball. There's plenty of room either side.
Came off Jago, so Montana Jago got that behind. Kick there by Jago. Alana this time is into the hands of Ellie Pope. She goes short. Guess who she's going to find?
Pittman.
The coach, in Pittman. Talking about Pittman, Gary.
Yep.
She was the coach of the NWFL rep side.
Had an unbelievable day at Dial Park on the first win, and a little bit disappointed in Hobart. But, done exceptionally well.
So the SFL versus the NTFA up at the NTCA today.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, Xavier, who comes out smiling and who comes out with tears on their faces between the two chairs.
Not a bad kick there by Pittman.
That's a good.
I think it's got there.
Goal.
Certainly has.
That's a good goal from out there. Emma.
So that's her first. She's got 1 goal, 1 to her name, and she's also been integral to what the Demons have done here today and throughout the course of the season. And against some of the stronger teams in the competition, like your Olsons and Wynyards and your Penguins, Latrobe have actually been very competitive, Gary.
They have, and you can see the change here in Latrobe. They've actually got a pattern they want to play to. They know what they want to do. They know where to be, how to be there. And again, it's just playing the game now and training, which will improve all those skills as the siren goes. But she's got them on the right track, Xavier, well and truly. And there really hasn't been a passenger in the Latrobe side.
No, it hasn't. And scores at half-time. The margin's been extended from 26 to 48 points according to the scoreboard. I've got 7-5, to be honest with you, but they've got 7-6. So we'll go with 7-6, 48. So that's been extended by 22 points in that second term. And I actually thought there was more resistance by the Circular Head Saints in that second term. And unfortunately, they're unable to capitalise upon that. Goal scorers, 5. 4 in the first term and 1 in the second to Matilda Hayes up front. And then the other 2 goal scorers is the former Devonport Magpie, Taylor Whitwer, the full forward. And the coach leading from the front, Emma Pittman, late in that second term. Some better players and a quick synopsis of the first half. Gary Carpenter.
Oh, look, I think Latrobe hasn't got a passenger at all, but Emma, the coach, has been outstanding. Just being outside occasionally to win to receive the ball and do something with it. Then when you want her inside, she's there working also on tackling and finding the ball underneath everybody else. Look, I love the run of Ellie Poke. She's outstanding today. Not always getting the footy, but we creates that opportunities for players to move the ball around. And you can't go past the goal kicker, Matilda Hayes. But there's so many of them. Tyrrell in the ruck. They're everywhere at present. Van Newtigan. They've got a heap of them. And you look at Circular Head. I think Kelsey Smith trying. Annalise Hersey. Jago's probably been their best player by a country mile. Sophie Edwards and Abby Brown are doing the best they can do. But it's all one way here at present, Xavier.
Certainly is. You got your task set ahead of you, Gary, with regards to the 3-2-1 a bit later on. And at the moment, I would imagine it's coming all out of the red and the blue.
Yep.
So on the Terry White Kmart scoreboard, we've got the umpires, and at the moment, it is at 7-6-48. They give the all clear, 7-6-48 at half-time on the Terry White Kmart scoreboard. In the round 13 fixture between the Latrobe Demons, who are hosting the Circular Head Saints, we're going to take a break, and we will be back for the second half very shortly. We hope that you will be able to join us from Latrobe Recreation Ground. She finds Jeffrey. Jeffrey can play on. She chooses to do so. Kicks over the top. Finds the target. Full forward in Whitwer.
Using the teamwork philosophy of football.
Don't let me down, Taylor. Oh, that
Straight
looks
through the middle.
Yeah, that looks good. And look, Chilk strong up forward, and that's it. They feed it out over to Pittman. Pittman running shot on goal. The bounce.
Other side.
The other side. So an open goal square. She's under a lot of pressure. Unable to get there, and it's knocked through for a rush behind. That was well done by Tyrrell. Pittman fed it out to Bryant. Bryant fed it to one of her teammates. Gets it back. That was Ezo. Famous name in a red and black jumper. There's Hayes. Look at that, just turning a player inside out. That's a ripping goal, Gary, and that's her 5th for the game.
That is a really good goal, Matilda, because she picked that up off the floor.
That in there by Ellie Poke. Coming back after serving a suspension. Kick inside forward 50 this time. Looks like that Hersey will allow that to go through. And this time, he's into the hands of Ellie Pope. She goes short. Guess who she's going to find?
Pittman.
The coach, in Pittman.
Smiling, and who comes out with tears on their faces between the two chairs?
Not a bad kick there by Pittman.
That's a good.
I don't think it's got there. It certainly has.
That's a good goal from out there.
Loitering out on a doorstep again, and it's just so damn cold out here. I can see my failing breath. I'm a little nervous and I'm coming down. Every new heartbreak hurts a little more. Every new heartbreak hurts so much more than the last time around. a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. 3, 4, hey. Looks wild, but you know we're right at home. The louder the better, cause with us anything goes. Life of the party, we're the feature of the show. You already know. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Oh, tonight. Yeah, let's get rowdy. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight.
Is that one where the women's games swing somewhere else that way as well?
Oh, no, actually, I don't think it was. It's a standalone fixture.
Yeah.
Welcome back wherever you may be watching the AFL Test live stream from the Latrobe Recreation Ground, the round 13 fixture between the Latrobe Demons and the Circular Head Saints, brought to you by Terry White Kinmart. Sutcliffe tries to get the football out, does too. Magnus Lowe, wrapped up in a tackle in the glue pot, middle of the ground. And free kick will be going to Hersey for the Demons, the Saints. She kicks the ball towards Smith. Ball knocked away there by Van Newtigem. No one able to clear. Good tackle being applied on Edwards. And that is being done by Magnus Lowe. She goes up in the ruck again against Hersey. Gets the ball down to Magnus Lowe. Edwards wrapped up in a tackle. And she was deemed to have had opportunity to release. Didn't do so. Enright applies a tackle. Kicks inside forward 50. Finds. That might have been Whitwer. Ball goes wide. In fact, it might have been. Is it Whitwer or not? I can't quite pick that up. Ball comes wide. Now to Gale. Gale kicks forward. Unable to take the mark was Tyrrell. Chance gone beating there for the Demons. Kick out wide by Willie towards Smith. Wrapped up in a tackle. In fact, it was Howard. Loses possession. Number of girls for the Saints wearing the long sleeves. And that free kick will go to Ashlyn Bissett. Bissett's kick towards Tyrrell. Jumping in. She gets it off the back. In fact, that might have been Sutcliffe, was it? No, it was Tyrrell. And Tyrrell gets her first for the game. They're pretty happy with that. And so they should be. In particular, Mackenzie Tyrrell, who kicks the first of the second half for the Latrobe Demons. And they move further forward, extending that margin from 48 out to 54 points. 8-6-54 Latrobe Demons. Circular Head Saints yet to bother the scoreboard on the Terry White Kmart. Replay, we can see Mackenzie Tyrrell just off the back of the pack, taking the opportunity, duly converting. Ball comes down towards Jago from the centre square bounce. She feeds it back to Smith, who gives it back to Jago. They're in a bit of trouble. Kicks towards the glue pot. There's Edwards. What will she do? She picks it up, handballs the ball over the top of Howard's head, then goes and picks it up again herself. Gets a boot to ball, but it's going to go straight to Pittman. And when at right angles, it feeds it back. That goes to Bryant. Steps into on a favoured left foot towards Sutcliffe. Knocks it forward, picks the ball back up. Kicks wide. There's the leading Hayes. Feeds the ball back. No one able to take it. Howard there first. Gives it to Jago. Jago gets a boot to ball back towards the glue pot. It's hard work in there. Ball came out to Wickham for the Saints. They follow up. Tackle by Poke. It's going nowhere. They're going to have a ball up. We're at centre forward. On the edge of the square. For the Circular Head Saints. Kings at the left of screen. Taking it out. There was McLaren kicking it forward. No one able to take the mark. Knock came running through. Knocked it to ground. Pittman picks the ball back up at the back. Unable to take it cleanly though. Good pressure being applied there by the Saints. There's Poke. She takes on Johnston. Steps back inside. Shows composure. Lowers the eyes and finds Knott. Knott feeds it back to Poke. Providing that run that Gary spoke about earlier in the first half. Kick out wide towards Van Utigen. She knocks the ball forward. She's in a good contest there with Smith. Oh, Smith doesn't have the football. Surely that's in the back. Yes, it is, according to the umpire. So Kelsey Smith will take the free kick for the Saints. Almost 5 minutes into the second half. Smith goes wide. Good lead. Presenting was Liam McLaren. So Liana kicks the ball further afield. Sutcliffe had the opportunity to take the mark. Dropped what she should have taken. Ball comes to ground. Pope versus Jago. Jago wins out here. Gets a boot to ball. Even though she was pressed by Bryant. They follow back up. The umpire says it's across the shoulder. And Asher Howard, will receive the free kick. Too far out to score, one would think. She gives it off to Jago. Jago off one step. Kicks the ball to the top of the goal square. Last line of defence. It's the Demons. They feed it by hand to Pittman. Shows and goes. Steps inside. Kicks further towards half. Back for the Demons. Sutcliffe applies the pressure with the tackle. Ball to ground. Kicking it off the ground was Van Unigen. Now towards centre wing position. No one able to take it cleanly. Good pressure applied by the Demons. Getting a boot to ball. That might have been Bissett. It's now in the quagmire. Somehow it comes out of there. Hayes is the target. Tyrrell fighting with her. There's Gale. Arnold. Hayes getting the handball back towards Gale. And then knocks it forward. But the ball comes out to Jago. Jago releases for the Saints. Johnston in the middle. We welcome back Gary Carpenter. Kicks the ball back inside the forward 50. They've got an opportunity here, Hurt. Oh, unable to get the ball further forward was Brown. And the Demons are able to take the ball away. And they use it. Pittman out to Bryant. Bryant using that left boot. She's looking for Gale. Magnus Lowe there with her. Gale with speed inside forward 50. If it runs on here, every opportunity to score. Getting back was Arnold against Tyrrell. Ball's going to find the sanctuary of the boundary line. I think the Saints are pretty happy with that. Welcome back, Gary Carpenter.
Yeah, back worked up the steps. That nearly wore me out, Xavier, but I can understand why these girls are getting tired out there. But that was a great tackle by Ashley Knott back there at inside full back with dispossessed of Smithton player.
It certainly was. It will be heavy underfoot. There's no doubt about it. We've had a fair bit of rain in recent weeks. Umpire's calling it back for another boundary throw-in, I think, or is it a free kick?
Not sure what's going on there. The sun's poking through. It's really shining where the footy is at present, where the ball is.
Yeah, and Tyrrell's going to receive the free kick. I'm not sure what for. I'll get out to the Terry White Kenmark relay. We played very short. That's a good-looking kick by Tyrrell up towards the top of the goal square, and a mark has been taken
by...
And that's Quarry McDonald. Pippa Quarry McDonald. So late in, it's one of the emergencies.
Oh, down to number 8.
That's a good kick from there.
Yeah.
Cute angle. And she's taken the opportunity that was presented. Ball literally fell into her lap. And that was from Tyrrell. And they extend that lead even further. It's out now to around about 10 goals, Gary Carpenter.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run away with this game now. And they need to sort of keep going and keep winning because the percentage for them, not that it might make any difference, I don't think, where they are on the ladder, but it'll get them into the finals the way it's looking at present, I think, Xavier. And they need to keep this good form up, Latrobe, and enjoy what they're doing today in this sunshine here at present at the Baldock Oval.
Beautiful. Beautiful sunshine. Sunshine. It's where it lives. It resides in the northwest coast. Big tap down there by Magnus Lowe. Van Nugent off the ground as it came out of the mud in the centre of the wicket. Pittman steps 1, steps 2, then releases by hand. Looking for Magnus Lowe, applies a tackle. The player, though, doesn't have possession of the football, and that might be Jago, and she's going to receive the free kick.
Pittman's just got it on a string, and she actually needs manning up. I think need a player to run with her. She's just on her own, creating havoc.
And we've got a player coming off here. It could be Hersey. She doesn't look too good. Knocked around in the middle, I think. Ball up towards centre wing, far side of the ground. Comes towards Sutcliffe, I think, who kicked the ball back towards half forward. Quarry McDonald.
Good handball.
Yeah, it's out towards Gale. Gets a boot to ball. Doesn't get a favourite bounce. Hayes is the target. She's quick enough. She gets a boot to ball. She does. Unfortunately, under pressure, goes through for one behind. So that's her first behind of the game, Gary. 5 goals won.
Yeah, just incredible there. I think the circuit head players didn't realise what she was allowed to do or could do, but she needed to pick that ball up and try and win it back out. But unfortunately, it went across the line for a point.
So Arnold brings the footy back. Tyrrell running back with the flight of the football in sunshine, takes the mark. She kicks forward, no mark. Right underneath it was wet. In fact, they might have been Quarry McDonald. Mark taken there by Magnus Lowe. Released, comes forward. Oh, that's a good kick off the ground. That was by Whitler, smart. And it runs and finds the boundary line just in front of Mackenzie Tyrrell.
If people look back on this video, Xavier, they would have noticed Tyrrell running off when she give the ball away from the 50-metre line and finished up moving forward. That's a great goal.
That's a great snap there by Whitler.
That's a great goal.
Yeah. She's no doubt got some talent and skill, is Taylor Whitler, and you don't want to give her the space and or time in order for her to be able to produce just like that, Gary.
Yeah, no, that was a great goal. And what I was talking about with Tyrrell, she understands footy. She's a pretty complete footballer, Tyrrell. The way she was moving forward to create space up there and get on the end of it. But anyhow, back to Whitwer. That was a great goal. Incredible sort of reading of the play, picking it up and bang, straight onto the boot, Taylor. Wonderful goal.
And points margin now is out to 67 points. 10-7-67 on the Terry White Kenmart scoreboard. Latrobe Demons, Circular Head Saints yet to score. We have played, I think we're about 12 minutes into the third term. We are indeed.
One out of the centre again, Latrobe.
Not quite cleanly. There's Sayward. Will she receive the free kick? Looks a bit ginger with that right arm, that right shoulder. Looks like it's dropped a little. Tapped down by the Saints. Only to the favour of Pittman. Out towards Bryant. Bryant's kick. It's going to be a lasso in front of Nan Unigem, and the free kick will be going to Sayward. She doesn't quite understand.
Know. Yep. Only a tiny girl.
Certainly is.
Old.
No. Kick. Oh, geez, she's putting Kelsey Smith under some pressure.
Curry's there to stand and take that.
That's right. Jamie Bryant coming in hard. Well done by young Kelsey Smith. Kick towards Johnston.
Good handball.
Yeah, it was. It might have been McLaren. Oh, hand that's holding the football.
Yeah, no, she put the arm out, tried to fend off, and
so Johnston received the free kick.
Mia,
Unigem, was it?
Yes, might have normally got away with it, but no, got pinned this time.
Inside forward 50. They've had a couple of opportunities this quarter. Navarre. Wow. She copped one for her troubles.
Yep. I reckon got the tray player down, either kicked in the shin or...
Yeah, a couple of girls a little bit ginger. Get back up. So McLaren will go into the ruck this time for the Saints. Up against Tyrrell. Tyrrell wins it down. Going nowhere though. We're going to do it all again. Waiting to come back on is Salahavich for the Saints. Sutcliffe doesn't pick the ball up. Does this time. Second opportunity. Teammate kicks up and under. And Unigem right in the back there of Brittany Arnold. Unable to take the mark. The ball finds a sanctuary of the boundary line. Boundary throw-in will be the result. 4 minutes to go in this third term.
When they get out, get the ball out loose and wide, open it up, the Latrobe are pretty confident they're going to score when they get hold of the footy and get it out. So they've just got to keep this contested game going forward to slow them down.
Free kick to Sayward from a throw from the Demons. Good tackle been applied. Ball comes loose. Well done by the Saints. They've got an opportunity here.
Well done.
Watling. Could have kicked it off the ground. Navarre. Over the shoulder. The umpire says. And the free kick will be going there to Poke.
I'm going to say it's Ellie with the long hair. Ponytail.
So Poke goes wide. Mrs. Bryant. And that goes inside the forward 50 still, must be.
Must have come off the hands, did it? I reckon. Did she touch it, Brian?
Maybe. So, boundary throw-in will be the order of the day. Let's see whether they can gather some momentum as Sutcliffe takes it away, the Saints. The kick by Sutcliffe goes up and down, getting there, and providing a contest was Pittman and finds the boundary line. Boundary throw-in.
Good good ruck work.
And Tyrrell gets it down to Sutcliffe, feeds it back to Pittman. Steps the tackler, throws it onto a right boot, across the body. Jay goes there.
Doesn't really want to get the ball.
Asking for a lasso free kick. If anything came off anyone, I would have thought it might have been Alana's boot. But anyway.
Didn't really want to go in and pick it up. Looking for the boundary line or the free kick.
Yep. Boundary throw in again. This young man's working overtime. Sutcliffe. Pittman finds the boundary line. And do it all again.
You can't knock the effort of the Saints. They really work hard when the ball's in their immediate area. It's just this cleanliness of Latrobe being first to the footy, where Smithton's doing all the work behind the ball as far as tackling goes and pressure.
Poke. Handball's somewhat intercepted. She follows it back up. Again, knocked down. Sutcliffe misses the football. Edwards goes hard, wins it. Ball's knocked forward. Brown's unable to get it cleanly. Bryant across the body towards Pittman. Good fist there by Johnston. Ball goes across the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw in. 90 seconds to go in the third term. 67 points the margin on the Terry White Kenmart scoreboard. What could you get from Terry White to get that nut off, Gary?
Oh, gee. I reckon a lot of scrubs, I think. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Well, they won't need anything to warm themselves up because they've got some beautiful sunshine.
Yeah, when you think about what the grounds are like today compared to what they're like 30, 40 years ago, the whole ground would be like what the centre is here at Latrobe. So there's nowhere to go.
Mind you, you had 9-inch nails in the bottom of your boots, Gary.
We needed that, let me tell you. Our facilities have improved either side. It's just incredible how they can put up. I reckon we've had close to 300 million 14 odd days, and it's just been consistent wet weather with football on top of that.
Did they plant spuds in them? Because you would have play on the field every weekend.
Yeah. I remember an old president years ago saying West Park should be planted out with pumpkins. That's how bad it was there one day.
Arnold, kick forward,
It was.
finds the seam through the boundary line in front of Abby Brown. Inside the forward 50. Still grandstand side, right in front of the wet area. A reasonable contingent here today.
Yeah, it's good actually. It's a great day for footy, and if you're sitting there watching the women, come on down for the men.
And at three-quarter time, that's the siren. It's 10-7. They extend the margin out again by another 19 points, 67. The Latrobe Demons on the Terry White Kenmart scoreboard. Unfortunately, Circular Saints are yet to score. Goal scorers, Matilda Hayes has got 5. 2 to Taylor Whitler, and she kicked the first of the third term. And singles to Mackenzie Tyrrell, Emma Pittman and Pippa Quarry McDonald for a quick wrap of that third term. Gary Carpenter.
Yeah, Xavier, it's going to be difficult for Circular Head to score. I think they just struggled to take the ball past centre half forward. And it's not through lack of trying. It's absolutely, they're working hard, but it's just the fact at the moment they're not quite there yet to be able to win the footy and take it further forward, have a shot on goal. Latrobe, just incredible the way they're playing. I think at present they know what they want to do. They really led well today by their coach and Emma Pittman. She's having an outstanding game. Love the game of Ann Newdigan. I think she's going really well, running well, and of course Helly Pope. Look at Hayes and Tyrrell. There's so many of them there that are doing their bit, and they're teaming up like a real team today, and they are far too good for the Circular Saints at present. But the Saints are going okay as far as trying to make sure they have a contest. They just need to be able to work the ball forward and get somebody to get on the end of it in that goal square and send it across centre half forward, Xavier.
Yeah, they certainly do. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do towards the final series, Gary, because if they're able to get their full complement out there, I've got no doubt that they could cause an upset or two. So they're doing some very good, well, they've done some very good recruiting throughout the course of late last year. And on top of that, they're starting to make sure that they're getting their best
Team on the park.
Yeah, personnel on the park, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
And if you look at their ability to score goals today, they've got some cracking forwards. Whitwer, Hayes, they're tall. Tyrrell can slip forward. Pope can run the ball, so they could cause some damage come finals time.
Certainly could. 67 players yet to score. Demons over the Saints on the Terry White Kenmart scoreboard. This is the round 13 fixture, as Gary mentioned before. from the Darrell Baldock Memorial Latrobe Recreation Ground. We look forward to catching you for the fourth term in around about 5 minutes' time. Number of girls for the Saints wearing the long sleeves, and that free kick will go to Ashlyn Bissett. Bissett's kick towards Tyrrell, jumping in. She gets it off the back. In fact, that might have been Sutcliffe, was it? No, it was Tyrrell, and Tyrrell gets her first for the
Going on there. The sun's poking through. It's really shining where the footy is at present, where the ball is.
Yeah, and Tyrrell's going to receive the free kick. I'm not sure what for. I'll get out to the Terry White Kenmart relay. Replay very short. That's a good looking kick by Tyrrell up towards the top of the goal square, and a mark has been taken.
Bye.
And Hayes is the target. She's quick enough. She gets a beat the ball. She does, unfortunately, under pressure. Goes through Mackenzie Tyrrell.
If people look back on this video, Xavier, they would have noticed Tyrrell running off when she give the ball away from the 50-metre line and finished up moving forward. That's a great goal.
That's a great snap there by Whitler.
That's a great goal.
Yeah. She's no doubt got some talent and skill, is Taylor Whitler, and you don't want.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say. Now I'm looking in your eyes, but I'm wandering to your lips. See, I'm trying to keep it cool while I'm hovering for the kiss. 'Cause I've been eating you like old-fashioned orange slice, sweet like daiquiri with strawberry crushed ice. Know you like a margarita with the hot spice. Love the taste of paradise. No, it's never been the right time. Like we're holding back the storyline. And I'm waiting at the end of the night, thinking of you. Took your number from a friend, but I never
Some funny, Jason. Oh, I bet it was funny too.
Welcome back wherever you are on the AFL Tez live stream for the NWFL Round 13. Terry White Kenmart senior women's fixture between the Latrobe Demons and the Circular Head Saints. We've just started the final turn. The ball's gone straight up, straight back down. It's gone nowhere. Kelsey Smith hands it back to the umpire, and we'll get another ball up. 67 points the margin in favour of the Demons. Saints are kicking to the right of screen. Demons were kicking to the left.
Oh, you're
Smith,
going to get penalised, girl. Gee.
no, says the umpire. Pittman asked the question, why wasn't that holding the ball then? Magnus Lowe follows up, unable to take it. Might be Edwards in the ruck too, actually, for the Saints. There's Smith. Will she go first? She got pushed in the back. No, says the umpire. Play on. Ball comes out from Quora McDonald. It's now to Van Unigem. She kicks forward. Hayes is the target. Can she have a six early in the fourth turn? She falls over. Good pressure there being applied by Ruby Willie. We've got a boundary throw in.
It was well done by Ruby.
It was. She's got 5 to her name. They're all in the first half.
Can she add to it anymore?
Pittman across the body. I think she has. Is that across the goal line? According to the umpire, it was. So Howard wasn't able to get there. So that's Emma Pittman second. And one in the second and one in the fourth. Margin out to 73 points in favour of the Latrobe Demons.
She's been a great player, Pittman. Just been all over. Her work rate today is incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. So I think she's got her eyes set on something bigger and better over the next few weeks and going into finals time, because she's really leading from the front.
Looks like we're going to have the women's and the men's senior sides involved in finals game for the first time for a number of years. Maybe the first time ever for the Latrobe Demons. They've both sides involved.
And their under 18 should be there also. So they're fairly well represented, along with some of their junior sides also, Xavier, this year.
Smith, under pressure from Pittman. Knocks it forward, pokes in the way. She's wrapped up by Jago. Surely that's holding the football. Yep. It is, says the umpire. She tried to push off.
Yep.
Jago takes the free kick. Runs around. Inside forward 50. Opportunity presents. Waterhouse's kick. Doesn't go far. And Latrobe were able to bring it back out. There's Smith. Bounces over the top of her head. Into the hands of Pittman. Likes the fortune to Van Nutigen. Back to Pittman. Over to Poke. Poke under pressure from Johnston. Gets a boot to ball. Gale. Will she be there first? She is, but she's not clean. She follows back up and knocked the ball forward. Edwards this time there for the Saints. Comes back towards Gale. She wasn't clean. Ball gets knocked out. Van Nutigen applies the pressure, but the kick by the Saints goes straight to Pittman. Pittman takes on the would-be tackler. She's got opportunity to have a bounce. She chooses to do so. Great tackle. Who's that?
Great tackle.
Is that is Brittany Arnold.
Yeah, no, very well done.
Yep.
Stood her ground, wrapped her up beautifully.
Maybe a little bit overconfident there, Gary, Emma.
Yes, Emma was away, wasn't she? I think she could see them goal sticks.
Van Nutigen coming back with the flight of the football, unable to take the mark. Courageous nonetheless. There's Pope, takes on the tackler. Good tackling being displayed here by the Saints. They release from half back, runs past Bryant. They're going to take it cleanly. Jago does. Then gets the ball knocked away from her. She follows back up. So does Bryant. Jago gets the handball out. Is it clean? They try to get their boot to ball. That was Waterhouse. Knocks it forward. Good endeavour by the Saints.
Yeah, Circle Head have lifted their intensity, haven't they?
Indeed.
Just unbelievable how they've lifted this first 4 or 5 minutes.
Bissett there, holding her head as she came back up. Knocked her head into the ground. Johnston's looking for the ball. Pittman knocks it off the ground not once but twice. It's heading towards the boundary. She's got to get her hands to it. She's quick enough to get there. She does. She steps. Smith then feeds it by hand. Only go straight to Sophie Edwards from the Saints. Must have mixed the colours up in the sun. Sutcliffe unable to take it from Brown. Brown knocks it forward by foot. Demons follow up from a defensive standpoint. Ball's going nowhere. We're going to get a ball up. But we're inside the forward 50 for the circular head Saints. And the crowd are hoping, Gary.
They can get a goal or a score here. They've got as good as chance as any at the moment. Alana gets it.
Jago gets it from the tap down from McLaren. And we're going to get a boundary throw-in from that kick from Alana Jago down towards the behind post.
Just need enough players there. They've got a couple. Latrobe's got a couple out of the back circle. He'd come up and create this contest. Come on.
About 6 minutes into the quarter. Was that a free kick? No, says the umpire. Is that Johnston? Once, twice.
On the
throws on the boot. She scored.
Yep.
So they're on the board. But it is behind to Zoe Johnston.
Yep. You can see them working a lot harder when they knew they was close enough to make a score, and they wasn't going to let that ball back out without creating a score. Well done.
So Emma Pittman possesses the football, plays on, has a bounce. Takes as much distance as she can.
Yep.
That's a good kick. Yep. Sutcliffe, Holly should have marked that ball under no pressure at that point in time. Then follows up.
Well done.
Good pick up from the ground. Gives it to Pope. Pope goes back to Van Nutigen and gets onto a favoured left boot. Wanted to do with spiral. It does the opposite of, but it's still bounces end over end. In the way though was Willie. Gets the kick out towards the middle centre wicket. Who's going to be there first? Sayward.
Head on.
Surely that's a free kick.
Yes.
That's in the head. Across the shoulder. And she's going to be pretty ginger on that right shoulder anyway.
Yeah, no, bit of a crude attempt to win the footy there.
Yeah, by Ellie Poke.
Yeah.
Sayward from one step gets it out of the mud heap. Jay goes over to pick it up, throws it onto the boot, knocks it forward.
They're in
The
here
Saints
again.
have got it again. Good tackle being applied there by Jago.
Lost the footy.
Yeah, unfortunately, unable to get away. They might have were the Saints players there. That might have been Salahovic. Ball's out wide now. Jago took the kick. Poke.
She's hard at the opposition when she wants to win the footy, Ellie Poke, isn't she? She doesn't let up on anything. She's absolutely boring in there to get the hold of that football.
Hersey knocks the ball down from the stoppage. Jago runs into Jago. Good tackle applied by Mia Van Unigem. We'll do it all again. Half forward for the Saints. So the ball's been centre forward for them for almost half the time that has elapsed in the quarter. They're going to be able to clear it here. They can. They've got one-on-ones. But it comes out to Poke. Poke's kick towards Tyrrell. Jeffrey's getting back to help. Comes back to Poke. Poke back to Tyrrell. Off one step. There's Jeffrey. Want to space. Howard knocks it forward. Arnold. His kick. Goes straight off the boot to Magnus Lowe. Inside forward 50. She kicks to an open goal square. It's going to be to the right hand side of the point post, and then they're going to be on the throwing.
That's the first time they've really taken it forward with any cleanliness, Latrobe. It shows you how much circle ahead the Saints have absolutely lifted the intensity of the game.
Boundary throw in.
It's a pity it's the last quarter and not the first.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, 1-0 here.
Tyrrell, straight out of the ruck, straight through Behaviour Little, and that's her second. 2 goals, 1 to her name, Mackenzie Tyrrell. And she's, as you've mentioned, Gary, she's really increasing her capacity as a prominent player for the Latrobe Demons in season 2026.
Yeah, her work rate's been incredible today. She's worked extremely hard as the number one ruck for Latrobe, and also been a more than capable forward, but knows where to get and absolutely thinks about the game and want to get into the right spots. So, yeah, she's a champion in the making, I think. Mackenzie Tyrrell.
Former boundary umpire.
That's probably where she's learnt where the spaces are, where to run to, running the boundaries. You often see where all the open gaps are, actually.
Yeah, that's right. She's got the tank. There's no doubt about that. She was a former runner as well.
Yeah, right.
Middle distance. Ball knocked forward there by the Saints through Hersey. Again gets knocked even further forward by Smith. Running onto it is Wickham. Can they push it forward?
Push it out.
She follows it up, gets it back. Wickham, shot on goal.
Well done. That's a goal.
Well done to Piper Wickham. She gets her first. And that was a much-deserved goal, considering the effort that they've put forward, been rather valiant in this final term, Gary.
Yeah, kept their body behind the ball all the way from the centre bounce, their circular head. The Saints didn't matter what player was there, but kept control of the footy, pushed it forward, just worked it forward till an open gap come up, pushed it out. Piper on the end of that and absolutely on the run. Great goal, Piper, well done. Good reward. They'll go home, Xavier, wondering why we didn't start like this in the first quarter.
Yeah, indeed they will. Indeed they will.
You know, they're well manned up, I think, now. Well, I shouldn't use that terminology, should I? Manned up across the ground one-on-one and making a real difference.
Poke moving around this circle in the centre square bounce. On the run, she gets the possession, gives it out towards her coach, kicks the ball forward, looking for Jeffrey.
Courage.
Yeah, it was Courage there, but it went to Arnold, going back with the flight of the football. That might have been Abby Brown. Receiving the free kick will be Latrobe, though, and it's going to Poke off Kelsey Smith. She wastes no time and kicks the ball forward to Bryant. Bryant, under pressure from Hersey, gets the kick forward, lands in the hands of the full forward, and that's Whitwer.
Good mark.
And she gives it back to Bryant, who gives it back to Whitwer. I wouldn't put it past her. On the run. To the near side. So, Whitwer.
Worked the ball down there well, Latrobe, with clean hands, good handball, constructive handball. Not handball under pressure, nice and clean.
So 73 points to margin, 12-8-80, plays 1-1-7. They bring the footy in, going down the high school ground, the high school's side of the ground, and it comes off the boot there of the Latrobe Demons as well. I think that might have been poke.
Yeah, it'd be a lasso for...
Yep, so it's a free kick. Going away to the Saints, and Alana Jago will take that far side of the ground. Bathed in beautiful sunshine.
Glorious day. This is great football by Alana. Plays on, take the ground.
That's right.
A good kick.
In the territory. That's what they're up towards half forward now. From 2 possessions. Navarre, wrapped up in the tackle, loses possession. Tyrrell picks it up. She's wrapped up in a tackle. She loses possession. So is Pittman. Smith, same. Pittman again. Yep. This time clean. Evades all the tacklers. Gives it back to Jago. His kick is up and under. No one able to take the mark. Jeffrey underneath it. Ball knocked forward by Alana Jago. And a free kick. No. Ball up will be the result. Centre wing position. So with the last one to get up. Ball going nowhere from the stoppage. We'll do it all again.
I reckon they're getting extremely tired, these girls, at the moment, because it's been a pretty hectic game, even at the contest level. They've been in hard at it.
Indeed. As the ball comes out again from that stoppage, who's going to be clean? Well, it'll be Bryant this time for the Demons. Goes onto a non-favoured side, finds Jeffrey. Wastes no time, handballs the ball to the coach, who has a bounce. Enjoying the freedom that she's been presented with by the Saints today, Gary. Yep. Out towards Whitwer. Just outside the forward 50. Still on the boundary side.
She found a player.
Far side of the ground. No, the kick's going to be mopped up there by Arnold. So Arnold goes back from whence it came. Oh, it's all Demons. Tyrrell feeds it out, looking for poke. Up to the task, feeds it further to Gale. Gale's kick inside forward 50. Who can pick that up here? Oh, believe it or not, it's Pittman. Back towards Gale. They knock it off the ground. A free kick has been given away there by Howard, I think.
Lobby Pittman comes up with the footy, isn't it?
No, number 22. Or, I think it's Montana Jones. No, it's 23. 23? That'll be Ashley Bissett. So Bissett will have the opportunity here. Well, again, it might be just on a range, Gary.
Yep, she'll sit it up. I think they've got the tall players in there, Latrobe, to mark the footy.
Oh, dying minutes of the game. That's not a bad looking kick. On top of the goal square. Gale feeds it to Pittman. Good smother. Under pressure was Bryant. Getting the kick away there was Park McCabe. Comes out to Pittman. Goes across the body. Mark not taken there by Arnold. Pittman received it from Corey McDonald. Ball's out wide now. It's going to come into the hands of Pope. Oh, she sees someone in the goal square. It's Jeffrey. Kicking it off the ground, that was Whitwer. And she's pretty happy about that, Gary.
Yeah, made the most of an opportunity. And Ellie Pope.
There was a bit going on too.
I took my eyes off of WhatsApp. They're not happy there. Yeah, no, off the ground by Whitwer. There's a goal, but Ellie Pope's handballed, unselfishly handballed that into the square.
And there's going to be another free kick, I think.
Goes back to Whitwer. I didn't see it. Xavier, you're watching the screen. Oh, yeah, there it is there.
Pushed there by Arnold. Into the face.
Yep.
So Whitwick is going to get another free kick.
2 goals.
And she will have her 4th for the day. Might be a little bit unlucky there, Gary, to be honest with you. Here we go. You'll see this here. 1, and 2.
Yeah, no, hit up high, yeah. Yeah, any contact around above the jaw area, it's not acceptable in today's football. And Brittany'd be disappointed with that.
So they got some targets up front of the Demons. One with 5, one with 4. Then they've got their ruckman, their resting ruckman they can throw forward. He's kicked a couple of goals. Max Gorman, like Gary.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Tyrrell. Emma Pittman.
See Ellie Pope down here in the centre tormenting Alana Jago. There's a minute to go. Don't do anything silly, girls.
So Jago grabs hold of Poke. Poke gets the handball away. Jago follows back up with another tackle. Then Smith gets it. And then she's been deemed to be not in possession, so she will receive the free kick.
A bit of fielding in the game towards the end, Xavier.
Smith goes wide, finds Jago, plays on. Looking for Watling. She's in front. Kicks it off.
Oh,
The air. I think she's hit the woodwork.
yeah, hit the post.
So,
Again, effort from the Saints, work the ball forward.
indeed. So 1 goal 2 this quarter versus 4 goals 1. And there's the siren to finish the game. 14-8, 92. The Latrobe Demons 1-2-8. The Circular Head Saints, and it was an 84-point margin in favour of the Latrobe Demons here from Darryl Baldock Memorial Oval, also known as Latrobe Recreation Ground. In the other game today, we saw the Penguin 2 Blues defeat the Burnie Dockers 19-15, 129-2. The Dockers yet to score. Goal kickers for the Latrobe women, well, we had 5 from Matilda Hayes, 4 from Taylor Whitler, 2 to Mackenzie Tyrrell, 2 to Emma Pittman, and 1 to Pippa Quarry McDonald. For the Circular Head women, the one and only solitary goal went to Piper Wickham in that fourth turn. For a quick synopsis of the game, in 3-2-1, Gary Carpenter.
A great game of footy in reality. I know the score doesn't suggest that, but played in great spirits, and the Saints really can hold their head high in the way they went about their contested work, because they worked their backsides off today to try and get that ball forward, which they did in the finish. Latrobe, wonderful effort, a complete team effort. Incredible list of players there today against the Circular Head Saints, and they'll go in full of confidence what they've got coming up in the last 3 games of the year and then coming into the finals. Look, better players, I don't know, Xavier. I don't think you can go past the coach of Latrobe today. I reckon she was outstanding today. Allowed to run a little bit free probably, but again, make the most of that opportunity, which she did. And she shares the ball about. She tries to bring her teammates into the game.